All right, guys, this is Billy Guy and Mark Gonzalez in the booth with Rockham TV at Bill's Billiards out in Oklahoma City. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing fantastic, Billy. How are you, man? I'm excited.
I'm pretty excited. I can hear it in your voice, and we've been blowing and going for the past 2 days to get this thing right. You know.
Yes, we have, and it's finally here, guys. And I couldn't be more excited. You know, all the hard work we put in over the last 2 days, Billy, is paying off right now because
Absolutely.
I'm not tired anymore. I'm pumped.
We vibe.
I'm pumped. So, guys, we've got tonight. We're starting off the first day of the main event, which is Shane Vanboening versus Dennis Orcollo. This is a race to 120 in 9-ball. They are breaking with the 9 on the spot, and they have to break from the box. And I believe they're playing the 3-point rule as well, Billy.
Yes, they are. That's exactly what I heard also. And we got Dennis right now. He's hitting some balls around him, and Shane have been here all day, kind of warming up.
Yes, the last 2 days I've seen them both put in about 10 hours each on this table, getting ready, man. So we're stoked, guys. So, guys, we are on Facebook Live right now. This is going to be a preview that we're going to give you guys. We'll probably bring you in on the first couple games, let you guys check it out. If you want to purchase the event, head over to www.rackham.tv. That's Rackham, RACKEM.tv. And get your pay-per-view pass. It is $39.95, but you're going to get 5 different sessions, Billy. We're going to come in tonight for this session in a race to 40. Tomorrow we've got the Texas All-Stars versus Oklahoma All-Stars.
Huge match, man. Starting off Oklahoma, we got Joey Gray, we got Shane McMinn, we got Chip Compton,
Billy Dyke, and Brittany Menard.
She's going to be in.
Yeah, Brittany made it here, and she, man, I'm excited to see
she's
these
ready
guys.
to roll.
Yeah, absolutely, she is. Team Texas, you got Jeremy Jones, you've got Sky Woodward, Roberto Gomez, C.J. Wiley, and Ming Ing from Houston. So, guys, we've got a weekend jam-packed for you guys. Like I said, we are going to come on here to Facebook and have just a little preview so you guys can tune in. So we're looking forward to this, Billy.
Absolutely. We want you guys to know also we've opened up the chat, so as many people as wanting to get on the chat as possible, and that's how we kind of tune in, me and Mark. We're going to be doing the commentary for tomorrow, the Texas All-Stars versus Oklahoma All-Stars. So.
All right, guys, we'll be right back with you. All right, guys, Mark Gonzalez and Billy Guy with Rackham TV here, and it looks like Dennis won the lag, and we are about to get started. Here we go.
How about this, man? 2 balls on a break already.
And here we go. Guys, we're at Bill's Billiards in Oklahoma City. We want to give a big shout out to Bill and hosting us again for this event. This is where we were last month, and we had a blast. The staff's amazing. The place is amazing, filled with diamond tables. Everything's going great. We're kicking off. Here we go, Billy. This is going to be a race to 40 today before they shut it down for the night, and then we've got nonstop action all day tomorrow and all day Sunday for you guys.
Already, man. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and step out. We got JJ in the booth coming in, so you guys enjoy.
Let's welcome Jeremy Jones. All right, so you guys on the stream, if you're having trouble with the stream, try refreshing it. If you're still having problems casting it or anything like that, you can hit the settings wheel and change your video settings to 720 instead of 1080. That usually works for most people, especially if your internet's a little shoddy. But here we go, working our way through the first rack here, and I want to introduce Mr. Jeremy Jones in the booth. How you doing, Jeremy?
Good, Mark. How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm fantastic. Stoked about this match we got here.
Yeah, it's going to be a long test, that's for sure, for both guys, and both guys are very familiar with each other, which I think really helps. Usually guys will get real comfortable quickly and play great for a long time. Dennis now on the 4-ball. And I like that play coming with the angle here to move the cue ball to the 7. The table's fast. He's got to watch out on shots like that.
Was he playing that for the side, or was he playing that for the corner?
You know, before he shot it, I would have said probably the corner, the way the table, it laid, and I think he probably was. But a lot of times you'll creep into there, Mark, knowing that you have both. I know that sounds like kind of like not so detailed, right? Like you think a professional would be more exact. But when you get on the slick table, you stay away from exact a little bit more on certain shots, and he was never going to be in trouble on that shot. That was kind of the key.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jeremy, that goes against everything I've ever heard you say. You want to pick your spot. Don't say just anywhere but here, because you'll end up there. You want to pick your exact spot of where you're going to go.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's more like to pick your exact spot or pick a real detailed spot. That way you have a big area. It's just a matter of knowing where that spot should be. That's all, But you normally when a table's faster or on the other hand slower, you'll see the guys guard against little things just to make sure they don't get like right there on top of the ball or fall on the rail.
All right, so Dennis takes first blood here.
And this is going to be, these days you talk more about the break being a big difference in matches, much more than it used to be. It always is a factor. Don't get me wrong. Watch out for the corner here. Okay. And the 4-7 has gotten funny, but anyways, Mark, what I was getting at is, years ago, you lose matches, and we didn't play races to 120 all the time, and you'd sometimes say the break cost me, but you could always identify a few shots you really messed up on that really cost you the match. But these days, the way the break is so dominating in the game, no matter the format, I'm interested to see how the break goes this week for both guys.
I was just going to bring up, if you could give myself and the people out there a little bit of an idea of what the difference is with the 9-ball being racked on the spot.
Well, there's not, you see how powerful when the template's on the spot, right?
Right.
When the one's on the spot, excuse me, that you can make a lot of balls. Like it's almost like they have paths they're going to when the one's on the spot. Well, moving it up that ball to where the 9's on the spot really changes it totally. Meaning if you hit them head on, there's really none that are going towards direct paths,
Right.
So you play more of a cut break trying to play the one in the side. Now the added part of the equation is getting that 3-point rule, which is getting 2 past. If you make the one in the side, you have to get 2 more balls past the head string.
Gotcha.
So you will see some of those breaks that, some people call them Oh, it's a big scratch there. Some people call them a non-compliant break or illegal break, to where the incoming player will have a choice. That's how they're playing, right, Mark?
Where I have the choice to,
like, if they don't legally break,
uh-huh.
The incoming player has the choice to shoot from there or give it back to the breaker, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So he's still got the trouble with the 4-7 here.
Yeah, and the 6 is a big ball. Like, if the 6 wasn't there, he could play shape on the 3 to really, come right up across the middle of the table and bump the 4-7 maybe. Now he may have to go underneath, like drop on the 3 on the bottom rail.
Gotcha.
And come underneath the 9 and into the bottom side of the 4 and the 7.
All right.
This is odd, though. Now, he could just set up for a little cut shot on the 3 and come one rail right at the 4 and 7. Because the 2 will be gone.
Right.
So he's got some choices. I don't mind that one, actually. Okay, we'll see how he's going to cue it. Is he going to draw all the way back to the end rail? No, he's just going to come one row at it.
Okay.
That's pretty natural with just a touch of left English. I would have probably scooted a little closer towards the 3 myself, maybe 6 or 8 inches,
right.
But nevertheless, this is fine for him. He won't baby it too much. He needs a real friendly bump here. He's not going to get it. And this ball ran a bit, so speed holding on top of the 7 isn't quite so easy.
Because you're further away?
Yeah, you're a little further away. Now, he could chip the 4 and use the 9 as a snooker, putting the cue ball behind the 9 on the side rail. He could come behind the 5. That's surprising he decided to move behind the 5. He must have felt real confident in doing so. Great shot. Now Shane should kick just one rail trying to come across this ball. Trying to just leave a difficult shot, maybe getting a snooker on the 4 behind the 9 or something like that. He could kick 2 rails underneath it, but... And a lot of times we're used to watching these guys play 10 ball, so friendly reminder, luck does count here. We're playing 9 ball.
Right.
I would just kick and try and medium rub across this 4 like that. He got a little unlucky not to leave a tougher shot, but... And I'll tell you, this ball got a little thin. So there's some blockers out there, Mark, with the cue ball to getting on the 5.
Right. He's got to really work it back across, right?
Yeah, maybe even catch the 7. Here it is, don't miss. That's what I was about to say. Don't miss trying to get the cue ball somewhere.
Gotcha. As world class as these players are, Jeremy, and yourself also, the commentator curse for me it's very real. Is it? Do you have the same? Does it haunt you as well?
Yeah, it's definitely haunted me before. I don't think it's personal to any one commentator, really. Personally attached.
All right, so Dennis gets game 2. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and step out of the booth. This is Mark Gonzalez with Rackham TV, and I'm going to bring in Mr. Joey Gray. So you guys enjoy this expert commentary from these two. Jeremy, thank you so much. Y'all have a good time.
Thanks, Mark.
No problem.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy Jones back, and it's 2-0, bringing in Joey Gray now. Hey, Joey.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good, good. How you been?
Pretty good, pretty good. Really excited for this match. Looks like Orcollo's really getting this a good start here, huh?
Yeah, and he's been pretty successful. Everything he's done, he's had to play a couple really touchy safeties, some nice runouts, some good breaks.
I didn't get to see what he did on that last game. Whenever I'm guessing
Watch
he played
out
safe
here
on
if
the
he gets
floor.
a funny bump here.
Ooh,
Man.
just grazed it.
Yeah, that was tight. I mean, could have kicked the 3 in, but if he had to shoot the 7 from distance, like kicking the 3 in or something, that gets tough getting on the 8. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, he still fell a little bit straight, but, I mean, he should be okay. Be able to just stun it around.
Yeah, them
couple
guys
rails.
can pound the ball out a little bit if they need to.
Oh, he had a better angle than I thought.
Okay, now this is the one he didn't want to fall straight in on
flat,
the 8.
yeah. Because this angle, if he was perfectly straight, it'd be fine.
Yeah, he'll pound it and let it jerk off with that like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good stroke.
That falls on the rail though. This table's quick, Joey. I don't know if you've got to hit any balls on it since they refelt it or not, but
Man, I've played a lot of pool on these tables, but I've never hit balls whenever it was just freshly new felt with these Predator balls. And that's one thing that Skyler told me. He felt like the Predator balls for some reason made it even faster.
it seems like it's a and I don't know if it's the Predator balls. I've never played on this table to the last couple of days, and I didn't get much time then, but it seems like it's a little boingier than it should be.
The table?
Yeah.
Or just with the balls, maybe?
Yeah, well, the balls are nice and clean and new, and the table's, the felt's good, the weather's pretty good, the atmosphere seems fine as far as conditions.
I'll be honest with you. I've been playing pool here at Bill's ever since they opened. And the bar tables, once the bar tables get worn in, they play real tough. As far as just regular diamonds.
Yeah,
they are extremely bouncy. And I don't know if it has something to do with the humidity being closer to the door, but either way.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure we see a variety of the breaks this in the 100 race to 120, wouldn't you think, Joey? Unless the guy's just ginning it from the get, but
And so far, Orcollo's really got control of this break.
yeah.
I felt a little funny on this one.
He could almost play a two-way holding the cue ball up underneath the 4 with low outside, trying to bank it back underneath him.
I like
underneath
that.
the
I like that shot quite a bit.
Yeah, he's close to it, so that makes it you can really twist the ball and hold it real well.
Yeah, he might be going for the carom here. I don't know.
It looked like he was just going to bank it up and put him behind the 4, but
that's possible. I don't see how he could pass that option because
he can almost cut it into the right with the 3
I
hanging.
was actually thinking like almost like a kill inside shot, but
run it. I think.
Oh,
maybe.
just go it. Just
with
go
the
with
3
it.
hanging. As long as you're not going directly towards a corner scratching or something. But
I think with the other camera angle, we can see how high that 2 ball is off the rail. Because you can from the front angle, it looks like it's too close to the rail to make that shot. But yeah, this angle it does look like it is very cuttable.
Cuttable, yeah. And he's right-handed, so he can definitely reach over and reach it. I think, anyways. Yeah, and now he's looking at it now. Sometimes it's like you overlook that just because there's other shots, right?
Yeah.
But now he sees it, especially with the 3 hanging. I really like him going after this because you don't want to bet against him making this, right?
Of course not.
I always want to bet on these guys.
Of course, and it's just the most simple cut and dry, literally. Just go with it.
Yeah, he overcut it. Wow.
Well, here we go. Shane with his first opportunity, huh?
Pretty much. He had a couple kick shots. I didn't see the very opening shot. I saw everything since, and he hasn't had an offensive play yet, that's for sure. Okay, he's pretty perfect here. Just come out to the center of the table.
Now from the 5 to the 6, where do you really want to fall on this ball? You know what I mean?
I think with where the 8's at, I want to fall somewhat heavy on the 5. Be honest with you, sometimes I don't mind running the ball, but here I'd like to come 1 rail up for the 6 rather than trying to come 2 rails to the back of it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
It kind of. I don't know. You know, Shane doesn't mind playing side pocket shape because his touch is just so,
Well,
unreal.
the 6 on the side ain't bad.
I don't think it's tough.
No, I mean, if I feel like
But
to where
you could land funny, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if I fell to where, like, it was natural to come forward 2 rails, yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, he took the aggressive play.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too.
That's just so much more. I mean, your room for error is so huge.
Yeah, and it's nice to hit a ball like that early in the match. You know, first real offensive opportunity. It's a nice way. That's how he likes to shoot balls anyways, a lot of times. So.
You don't want to try to, like, dink some ball, and then you land a little goofy, then you got to dink another one. Yeah. You can't really let your stroke out into the side pockets. I mean, very rarely, you know.
Yeah, Shane, both these guys are going to play, I think anyways, at a very high level. Dennis has been playing great in a lot of pools. Shane hasn't competed quite as much, but that's just, you know, we know Shane.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I was messaging him the other day. I was out to lunch, and I was just like, hey, man, are you ready for this battle? And he said, I ran 15 in a row. And that was all he said. I was like, well, all right. I'm assuming that's a yes.
Yeah, Shane's he's a monster.
Yeah, he is.
Everybody's talking about little, you know, of course, friendly wagers here and there on this match, and my one reply to most everybody is, you know, hey, you get to play on, whether you're betting on Shane or Dennis, you get to bet on one of those 2 guys playing somebody else even. Race to 120. How can it be a bad wager?
It's
right?
pretty rare.
Yeah,
that is pretty rare. I mean, this is so exciting, and I'm so pumped for the city of Oklahoma City. I mean, it's just like, this is really cool to have all these great players here and to have these matches set up, you know?
yeah.
Well, so he got
He
a
might
little
have
funny
a
here.
sliver of it, but he's got a kick shot that's decent. But the break was good.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing for him to look forward to. The one went right in the side. He had no problem with the balls crossing the head string. The 2 was flying 3 rails towards that side till it got kissed, which is what the guys are trying to do generally.
So it looks like he's pushing out for maybe like a kick safe, I believe.
I'm surprised he's not taking it because, I mean,
maybe just making it a little bit easier, and it isn't a hanger because that side pocket's so big right there, you know?
yeah. I still think that he's supposed to shoot at it here.
Orcollo's going to like this shot because
we'll see, though.
He's got a big.
This isn't easy, though, because look how far up the 2 is. So
Yeah.
when it's a little further up, you still hit it with a high ball, but you can't give up on it. I mean, you got to put a little bit of oomph in it to make it stick, just a hair.
You got to be very controlled for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll use the 8 more than anything, I think, trying to pull the cue ball a hair to the left. Oh, he tried too much. He tried to get too much to the left. He was worried.
And that shot is very deceiving looking from that front angle because, you know, it was just like earlier with that cut shot. You couldn't really see how far off the rail it was. That was a very difficult shot. But he did try to get a little too cute with it, huh?
Yeah, and I think he thought he needed to. I didn't mind him trying it. Sometimes you kind of overcalculate it. You know, it's a total feel shot, really. I mean, you're bending the ball a little bit with high and –
you think about how boingy the rails are too. Because that's probably why he came so short.
Maybe
because he really
let up on it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a big shot there.
That is just so nice. I mean, typical. A lot of players would probably try to play that into the 3 or maybe try to come up, you know, instead of just taking that the longer shot to guarantee the angle.
Well, it probably shows he's in a good frame of mind to start this match anyways, because that's kind of like working through the rack more.
Exactly.
Rather than trying to make this one better shot on the 2 to get on the 3, he's willing to go ahead. Hey, it's going to be a long 3 days. Let me get in stroke. You know, doing it the right way.
Exactly.
Doesn't want to get on the rail here. This is where this cue ball I think can get away from you.
Big shot here.
This table's tough, Joey, as far as the speed.
I feel like, you know, just making sure that you pocket the ball and getting it in that area, I mean, he's going to have a guaranteed shot. You know what I mean? But as long as he doesn't come back and get froze funny.
Yeah, and I think it probably got away from him 3 or 4 inches, right? Don't you think?
Oh, of course.
Oh, he caught the 9. That's surprising. He must have had the 9 must have been involved in this shot here.
Yeah, he might have been a little bit tougher than we think.
So first unforced error, you might say. All right, so we got a little straight here now.
Looked a little lazy on that one.
Well, You know, I don't know if it was me and you or me and another friend of mine that were talking about it last night. Sometimes Dennis, he practices so much and he's in so much stroke that it's not even lazy, but I think he just assumes some things are easy at times. Not realizing how important that first shot he made with ball in hand was. And it can cause him to get it a little out of line, which would cause a rare miss. You know, Dennis doesn't miss much.
No, of course not.
But it's only going to be being out of line that's going to cost him a miss. He's not going to missing the easy ones. So, and it's almost from this talent he has. I think sometimes.
A little tough on this ball. I mean, even though we are talking about Dennis, I mean, he didn't want to have this.
Yeah, and he won't baby it. He'll go ahead and stop his ball pretty much, that kind of speed. Yeah.
Perfect. Beautiful stroke.
Yeah, he's a great cueist, you might say, right?
Yeah.
Cueing.
Still, yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, he's just in dead stroke, and I mean, always in such dead stroke. Whenever something is that simple, he just kind of like, whatever. I mean, this is like a big bar table for him. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people can do that same thing on a bar table.
Yeah.
You know?
I can't remember who I heard about before. There was a golfer that they said he was the best because he could bring his, practice game to the tournament.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
I wish
which
I
is
could do that.
a great thing, but it's almost like Dennis does it, but sometimes it costs him a little bit here. You know what I mean? Just a hair more in there. But the benefits of it are so incredible also. Right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, because that's, taking the mental side of your practice to competition is what people most suffer with. Like, people can hit it so perfect on the range, and then they go out there and play 18, and they can't. Then they shoot 100. You know, which is me.
Yeah, self-included. I was going to say. All right, 4-1.
Perfect break.
Ooh, he's going to lose the cue ball, but it's going to end up working out.
Wow.
He's going to have a kiss
got a little
shot.
higher than he wanted here, but.
Yep. He put the 3 in that upper pocket again. I'm going to have to pay attention to that if that's like something that's consistently happening, because that's important if you're making the 1 in the side, because sometimes you're going to have to make a tough shot on the 2 just like here, but you got such a reward because the 3's always over that corner, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
What do you think here? I mean, just be aggressive and go for the bank?
Slide the cue ball up the rail. I mean, you can cut the 3. You're not going to hook yourself on the 5. Just come down like,
he's banking
the
ball.
head string down here on this end. I mean,
I think he's looking to bank this because he can be aggressive with the cue ball, huh? Like 1, 2, 3 around the 7.
I think he just pulls it, Joey.
Oh,
I think he just pulls it past the 5. Just take a little bit of distance on the 3. It's hard to hang this ball at this angle with that medium speed. It gets away or it hung. He did come 3 though. Good call. I thought he would just kind of like gin it down here, kind of going up the rail with the cue ball.
With your shot, I think that he would have had a higher percentage of pocketing the ball. Coming at it more aggressive like that, I think it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I didn't mind the shot though. I'll tell you. I mean, he was looking to run out. So
yeah.
And that's one thing you'll see that in my opinion, when it comes to the 10-ball rules they play today. Watch out here now. This table's super fast.
That's definitely a scratch.
Wow. So that's two fouls in his last 2 shots.
Big error for Shane there.
Yeah, but what I was getting at is you'll see the guys be more aggressive in 9-ball these days because the call shot rules in 10-ball really lean towards some safety play. Because the guys, if you snooker him, he's got to kick and call the ball. It's hard for him to beat you that way.
Yeah. Now, I mean, Shane obviously was trying to get that angle that Orcollo just had there. But, I mean, what would you think would have been the issue with him just barely babying that ball in with a little spin and coming 2 rails for the 5?
Well,
I mean, you want to have that upper angle, right?
Definitely don't take a chance at losing the cue ball.
Yeah, that was
not missing
really,
the ball or
really
losing
rare.
the cue ball with the 3 hanging. Because if you have to shoot it another way, it's not a big deal for him. Well, that's interesting a little bit. Didn't expect it at first.
I know. I kind of thought he was going to come over to the other side, but
that's just, I think, the slickness of the table.
Yeah.
Just keep it simple.
And these guys have hit a lot of balls since they've been here. I mean, this isn't like they're just getting up here, not warm. They know how this table plays.
Yeah, Dennis was here Tuesday when I arrived. Shane been here since Wednesday.
I think Orcollo was here Monday.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
Hell, before Skyler's match, he was here a week ahead of time. Very, very prepared, Orcollo is. And Shane, everybody knows that. So a couple of rarities for Shane, and he knows it. But, I mean, there's got to be some positives to that as far as knowing that you've had opportunities and made a few mistakes. I mean, had the opportunity to make mistakes. You know, you kind of think about it that way, but you can't make too many of them against Orcollo, that is for sure.
Well, he'll get to break more and more, and that's really going to be a big determining factor in this match. And, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to take the Facebook down here shortly. Get your pay-per-views at rackham.tv. You don't want to miss this. Orcollo and Shane Vanboening. Shane Vanboening trailing 5-1. It's going to be a tough rollout situation here for
God, look at that. If he would have made the one on the side, caught the point, that would have been a tic-tac-toe.